What's up, YouTube? It's your girl T Love, Social Media Queen. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I think I would do this video without speaker. Um, Today is April 1st. I don't do April Fools too much, but happy April 1st. First, I'm gonna start by saying blessings to you all. Happy Easter. I'm gonna just do this simple and probably short. And talk about the death and the legend of Craig Mack. I know most of you all today are probably going to church or reading your Bible, or most of you on YouTube are probably gathering around and getting ready for a big Easter feast. There's nothing really today. Me and my family are actually gonna do this week a fish thing where we're gonna do fish, especially for the Passover. But anyway, as I was saying, all right, let's get to it. Craig Mack had not been in the industry, hear me out, in years. Before Craig Mack left the industry, Craig Mack had a huge successful deal with Bad Boy Records, and it was Flavor in Your Ear. When Flavor in Your Ear came out, it went platinum. It reached gold status. From gold status, it went platinum. Today, Flavor in Your Ear is probably double platinum. Flavor in Your Ear is going to be played for generation after generation after generation. And here's the reason why Here's the reason why Craig Mack, God rest his soul, blessings to him and his family and his children. The reason why Craig Mack left the industry is because Craig Mack didn't like the way things were managed. And Craig Mack was supposed to be as big as Biggie Smalls. You understand me? At that era, it was Tupac, Biggie, Craig Mack. Craig Mack album blew up. Craig Mack was supposed to be as big as Biggie. As a matter of fact, Craig Mack sold more than Biggie. And a lot of you are probably saying, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Check the records. If you look at the credits, Biggie just had more popularity because who he was. And he had more of a friendship with Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. Well, Puffy at my time. A lot of you say, well, who's Craig Mack? Most of you who listen to my videos are probably younger, or some of y'all my age. But Craig Mack is a Long Island-based rapper who was founded by Puff Daddy and Andre Harrell. And over there in Bad Boy Records, Craig Mack brought a lot to the hip-hop community. Once Craig Mack could see the fuckery, that it was only 360 deals that was pushed, Craig Mack bounced away. But before Craig Mack decided to do all of these things, he was excited. He was signed. He felt as though he was going to come into the industry. He was going to make a name. He was going to be some good people. When Craig Mack came in that industry, he really realized that the industry wasn't nothing but buffoonery. So Craig Mack didn't really like the way management was coming at him. So Craig Mack, he tried to change his manager. Puffy didn't like it. So what it was Craig Mack parted ways. And after that, you didn't see Craig Mack anymore. A lot of people today don't even hardly remember Craig Mack. And someone said, well, it is a rumor going around, and this is the truth. Craig Mack didn't have anybody from the industry at his funeral except for one person, and that was DJ Scratch. DJ Scratch admitted it to the public that there were no celebrities involved in his viewing, didn't come out to support him. That was a damn shame how this man had a big breaking record, a big hit, and there were nobody coming to his funeral to celebrate the life of him. I'm a huge Craig Mack fan. I really thought that Craig Mack will at least come out all these years with a reality show, just to show us, okay, I'm not doing music anymore, but maybe I can go pick up where I left off, get back in the music world, try to sign some new artists, maybe sign another me or sign somebody better than me. But Craig Mack completely, completely left the music scene and was able to go out to live a normal life. He moved down to South Carolina and took his family, and they said that Craig Mack had joined the cult. Before we even get to all that, let's go back to what I said about management. Craig Mack didn't like the way things was going, and he felt as though that Puff Daddy was dicking him, and he wasn't seeing the money he was supposed to. So Craig Mack pulled back and part ways with Bad Boy. No one came to his funeral, and then you could tell that he lost interest because he didn't talk to too many people in the industry, but maybe Irk MPMD. And you gotta understand, Craig Mack didn't have a useful for it no more. He wasn't he wasn't able to be in the business anymore because his health was actually declining. So it was no way able for him to, reach status to come out with even a single or another hit. So what it was you people today may say, oh, he was just a one hit wonder. Yeah, but see, one hit wonder, you fail to realize you can make one hit, maybe even 3 hits, maybe even 4 hits, and still be a one hit wonder, but at the end of the day, it will touch nations. If it touched nations and it hit numbers and you never be heard from again, you made history. That means that your voice and your commentary, just like what I do YouTubes, will be known all over. Because even though Craig Mack is no longer here, even though Craig Mack didn't make another hit, here's the thing. The remix to Flavor in Your Ear will always be played. I played it the other day. I listened to it. My children even listen to Flavor in Your Ear, and they like it. I got a 20-year-old who listen to Here Comes a Brand New Flavor in Your Ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in. My kids listen to it. So just because it's a one-hit wonder, it doesn't matter. His children's children will be able to listen to that. And they will. I think that Bad Boy Records needs to accommodate and give his wife and his children his benefits, his money. Break them off something, because he did change the game with that song. He was the Big Mac attack. Like I say, Craig Mack was supposed to be a much bigger star than Biggie. I don't give a damn what you say, how much you twist this video around 1,000 times, but he was supposed to be a little bigger than Biggie. After the fact that he left the industry, Craig Mack went off to summer court. And then there's been allegations coming out that the man who was running the organization was some type of child predator. I'm just getting this. I see pictures, and to my surprise, a lot of people say Craig Mack was in it, but didn't know who the guy really was. They say he was up on there on the of the organization, living on the organization. On the site, living there and stuff like that. But my thing is, another thing I'm gonna get into. Master P said something that made sense. And I like Master P, far as business wise, far as management, and far as thinking ahead of the game. Master P said, "Ain't nobody think about that man until he died. No one reached out to that man until he died." And Master P also, I don't know if you listen to my videos, Master P. Maybe one day you'll come across T Love social media videos. Master P, you said some real shit. They'll love you when you're on top, but when you fall down, they won't love you at all. It makes sense because see, you could be in the you can have an MVP. You could be the MVP of rap. You can even be the new sound wave. And everybody love you. They shouting your name, shaking your hand. You hanging out with these kind of people and all these rich rappers, the other rappers. You got people shaking you and saying, you damn, you cool, you doing the damn thing, and you making, you signing these endorsement deals, and you shaking your hand with Jay-Z's and the Kanye West's and all these kind of these people, and boom, when you go back down the top. But at the bottom, there's nothing. So, although Craig Mack left the music scene, he knew what time it was. YouTubers, subscribers, he knew what time it was. He could see the foolery and the fuckery that some people was fake and phony in the industry. This is why the great Lake Tupac Shakur told you. He warned us a long time ago. He said, there is no friends in the industry. And Master P was right. P was right. Also, Stevie J from Love and Hip Hop, Stephen Jordan said the same thing. He said nobody checked out to him. Not a 112, not a Danity Kane, not a Puff Daddy, nothing. No one was ever there to be at that man's funeral. Everybody want to get up on there and say what they say, good encouragement words, but at the end of the day, nobody reached out one time. It's a goddamn shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. But this is what I tell you people. I had to learn a long time ago, everybody is not my friend. And me personally, I am learning the hard way. I learned the hard way in the long way. I also learned that if you're going to do business, make sure you do business right. Because me personally, if I was offered an R&B singing deal, it would be an independent deal. Everything will be independent. Because as time go on, you will want to understand that being independent is making your own thing and in your own way. Sometimes you could be signed to a distribution deal that's good. But this is what I tell all of you people all the time, YouTubers. You got to have some kind of backup and know the business before you jump in the business. Because a lot of people want that fame. They want that fame and you want your name out there, but you don't know the price that you have to pay for. He knew that his legacy would live on, but he had a feeling. See, Craig Mack wasn't dumb. Craig Mack knew he was very ahead on his game. He knew that if something happened to him that people will remember him, but he also knew that nobody would show up even if he got sick. So he knew how the industry was way back when, before there were artists that was coming in. Because there are artists like SWV and other artists, like that came in the game and they're just now getting awards. A lot of artists back in the days wasn't getting as much as they are getting now because a lot of artists got dicked out of their funding and out of their money. A lot of artists got fucked over with contracts, deals, and all kinds of shit. And if they would have pushed Craig Mack's career very further, because the labels can do that, and hear me out, if they would have pushed Craig Mack, promoted it a little better, Craig Mack would have been way bigger than Biggie Smalls. Way bigger. So my thing is, it was fucked up the way no one showed up at that man's viewing. Because he contributed his voice and touched a lot of generations. and they treated it like it was just like, oh, it's Craig Mack. No one remembered him. I mean, like, we all remember him, but a lot of fans wanted to know where he been, what's been going on with him, because I don't even think Craig Mack ever really been on social media as much. He was just showing going to church and things like that, and his health was really getting bad, so it wasn't able for him. He wasn't in no shape to perform again, but he could have sat in a chair and did brand flavor in your ear, and he could still went on tour and did what he did, and just even though his health was declining, he could have still done that. But Craig Mack was done with it completely, and he pretty much didn't get along with Puff Daddy. You know, they say Puffy did a lot, and hear me, I don't know Puff Daddy. I hear that he do jinky deals, and the business that he do, he dicked a lot of artists. He fucked them with no Vaseline on, like literally. So this is the norm. This is the business, and that shit just how it is. And Craig Mack knew before he stopped making music and rapping that how the business was. But to these young people today, they want to jump in the industry so bad because they see the Lil Waynes and the Jay-Z's and all these people. They think that they can hop on a bandwagon. I mean, it's good that we all want to make a come up like that. But me personally, I'm not gonna deal no jockey deal. I would rather get a radio deal from you. I'd rather a person that hear my YouTube channel and be like, well, I like her style. Let's see if we can get her a big, huge platform of a YouTube channel talking about what's really going on, whether it's the industry, whatever's going on in the world, society, whatever topic of discussion. I'll do that deal. And then independent wise, I'll work on music. Because I can sing. Only thing different is I sound like a dude. Y'all be listening to, is she a man or is she a woman, or I'm a female. I just have a very high pitched, dominant voice. I have kids. I have grown children. Let's be honest. So yeah, he was done with the industry. He was pretty much done. And a lot of you people ask me, was